Start an OnlyFans. Start an OnlyFans.
What is that?
I don't know. I just see people talking about OnlyFans. I think it's when
You
they,
just seen people. Okay.
huh?
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, I seen a. I do not. I don't even know how to do no OnlyFans. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, y'all don't even know.
I'll figure that shit out for you though.
Because when you were flying, stutter, 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 stutter.
Welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. I am super excited because we have an awesome video, and y'all, the tea. Okay, we got the tea. Okay, we got to talk about Tasha K. She is exposing Marc Daly and the reason why he's trying to work it out with his girl Kenya Moore. We all know Marc Daly don't want that woman, but y'all, Tasha K has a source, and her source is saying some shit that makes a whole bunch of sense. Y'all, I made a video yesterday, and I was so boring and lethargic. I was just like, hi guys, welcome back to the house of Aaron. And I said today I gotta step it up, okay? Gotta step my pussy up and actually have some energy to talk about this Tasha K and Kenya Moore / Marc Daly drama, alright? So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, so I walked into Walmart today, right? Okay? And I'm like, I wanna get me some food, some groceries and whatnot because a bitch ain't got no food, okay? A bitch is starving. But I'm like, oh my God, since I cannot go get a haircut, I don't wanna, go with a new barber and try to do a house call or some shit like that. I can't go to the barber shop because we're under a stay-at-home order for non-essential businesses. So I decided I'm gonna go to the black people hair section because at Walmart we have a black people hair section because I live in a black neighborhood that you can imagine. And I saw this headband. Now, before I buy a product that I ain't never bought before, I go to Google. I will literally just stand there in the middle of the aisle, take up all the space in the aisle with my buggy, and Google the product. And turns to find out that this headband, okay, that I'm using to cover up all my nasty edges was made or promoted by Nicole Ari Parker, who is, in her own drama with her husband Boris Kojo. So shout out to you. So let's finally get into this story. Last night, of course, I was on the internet. Before I go to sleep, I have to watch my YouTube, gotta watch my Hulu. And of course, who popped up on my screen? It was none other than Miss Unwind with Tasha K and her winos. Some of y'all like to call them the drunks, okay? The alkies, the alcoholics. But they're the winos, and their queen is Tasha K, okay? So I don't really believe a lot of the shit that she be saying because I feel like most of it is just bullshit. She be making the shit up. The shit be so sensationalized, and a lot of it is her opinion, and she be moving it and reporting it like it's fact. And I'm like, girl, okay, that's not true. That's all in your head. And you spewing this shit to all your fans, and you're just feeding them a whole bunch of lies, okay? With that being said, y'all, I was watching Tasha K, okay? And she said she had a source on what is going on with this Marc Daly Kenya Moore divorce. And y'all, it sounded so reasonable. It sounded so real. It sounded so true that I personally, House of Aaron, is gonna take the shit that Tasha K said, okay? This is big for me, okay? Believe in something that Tasha K said. I'm gonna take it as fact because I believe this shit, okay? So basically, a source came to her and told her that Kenya has not been spending a lot of time with Marc because Marc is in New York, okay? And Kenya is in Atlanta, okay? They have not been spending this whole quarantine situation together because Marc is in New York trying to save his failing business. He's in New York trying to save his failing restaurant, okay? This sounds so accurate. This sounds so true. And we know that this is true because one of the biggest industries that have been hit by this whole global pandemic is the service industry, okay? Strippers, clubs, bartenders, waitresses, hostesses, restaurants, food trucks, food delivery, liquor, everybody under the food and service industry has been greatly affected by this pandemic. We even had Candy, okay? I talked about this the other day, a couple weeks ago, where Candy went on YouTube and she explained that her restaurant, OLG, made $200 in 1 week, I believe. 1 week it made $200 during this coronavirus pandemic. And restaurants are really struggling to survive, okay? Now they're on DoorDash, Uber Eats, and all that stuff, but they are really trying to survive out here. So that is the real tea on why Kenya and Marc have not been spending time together in Atlanta, because he's in New York, not because he wants to stay away from the family because of the virus, but because he wants to save his failing restaurant, which is SoCo in Brooklyn, okay? Y'all, I did my research, okay? I went to the SoCo website. I looked up the menu, okay? I searched the website and shit like that. We are not in a recession at this moment because I think a country's GDP has to retract for at least 2 quarters in a row in order for us to be considered an economy that's under a recession. Okay, so we're not in a recession yet, but it's looking like, okay, it's looking like we're gonna be, you know, in one if things don't turn around within the next 6 or so months. But it's looking like Marc is under financial stress right now. His business is under a lot of stress. He's not making the same amount of money that he was before. He supports himself, his other children, Brooklyn, and Kenya Moore. And so right now, he don't really got it like that, okay? This is what Tasha K's source is saying. He doesn't really have it like that. The restaurant is failing. And so in order to save money, he does not want to divorce Kenya Moore at this moment, okay? And y'all, I know that sounds bad. I know that sounds terrible. I know this shit is fucked up, but I believe this shit to be 100% true, okay? This is all allegedly, but I personally believe this. I believe this because Marc is a self-serving idiot, okay? He's an asshole, and he has proven to us that he is a no good for nothing ass nigga because he sat up there on television for millions of people to see him disrespect his wife, and I thought it was literally the most disgusting thing ever that he would treat the love of his life this way on television. It was disgusting. So we know inherently Marc don't really want Kenya Moore like that, okay? Poor Kenya Moore, because Kenya, you know, she's always wanted to be a housewife. She's always wanted to be a wife. She's always wanted to have the kids. She's always wanted to have the white picket fence. She has wanted that life since we've seen her get on Real Housewives of Atlanta way back in season 5. This has been her dream. So I feel so terrible for her that she's going through this. But at the same time, when you do foolery, the clown comes back to bite Kenya, because you have disrespected Paul and Tanya. You have disrespected Portia and Cordell, Nene and Greg, Phaedra and Apollo, and the list goes on and on and on. So girl, your man is only trying to be nice. He's only trying to make it work. He's only trying to lay off of this divorce idea because he's going broke. Okay, his business is going underground. Not to mention, I don't know if y'all remember this from the show, but Kenya and Marc do not have a prenup. So if they get a divorce, they are going to have to go through a long, contentious divorce proceeding to divide up their assets. Okay, Kenya Moore has her businesses. Marc has his businesses. They both have houses and properties and all different types of things of different values. It could be really nasty because they don't have a prenup. With that being said, if he divorces Kenya, it could be very expensive. The lawyer fees are very expensive, and he may have to pay her spousal support, alimony, may have to give up the rights to his business. I don't know, something crazy like that. So he doesn't want to go through that. So his main thing is, I need to survive. I need money. I need to save as much coins as I can because Soko really ain't doing it like that. That's the reason why they're trying to work it out. We know they're working it out because Kenya Moore was on Watch What Happens Live saying Marc has been really nice and we've been getting along and this, that, and the third. He's trying to work it out. Da, 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 da. But Kenya, girl, I know in your head you're thinking, this is the man I chose to marry, so I need to exhaust all my options and make sure that we do everything that we can to work it out. But at the same time, I don't think things are ever going to work out with someone who just don't like you. He just don't like you. And the fact that he couldn't even fake it for reality television shows us and you that he could give two shits about the woman he decided to have a child with. With that being said, I want to know what you guys think about everything in the comments down below. When Tasha K said this shit, I was just like, wow, like that shit makes so much sense. So shout out to Tasha K. I don't fuck with Tasha K. I don't even think I'm subscribed. I might be subscribed to her. I don't really know. All I know is she really came through with the Kenya Moore tea. All right. She needs to divorce that man in a quick, fast, and in a hurry. If I was her, I would take the spousal, the alimony. I would take 10% of Soko and everything else he got going on, and put his ass on child support if you decide that you want the primary custody. I have no sympathy for Marc. I have no feelings for Marc. I think he's so disgusting. I think he's an ass, and I think that he needs to pay for all the shit he did to you, girl, okay? And Kenya, I don't even like your ass, but compared to Marc, you look like a saint, okay? So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I was thinking, am I gonna come back on here and make a video today? Probably not. All right, so I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, don't forget to create a great day.